What is up, guys? It is DPX here. Welcome back to another movie review. Today, I'll be reviewing Uncharted. Now, before we get started, you know what to do. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell and leave a comment, or I will throw you off a plane. So, Uncharted, I'm just going to say right off the bat, no spoilers, by the way. I'm going to say right off the bat, this movie kind of has me a bit conflicted, but we'll get into why. So, Uncharted, this is definitely based off of the video game. Kind of. Uncharted is a video game, a really great video game franchise. But when I say kind of, I mean this isn't based off of any specific game. This is showing you how Nathan Drake and Sully meet, but it's not, I don't know. First of all, this is young Nathan Drake, because they cast Tom Holland. And I don't mean they cast Tom Holland because of young Nathan Drake. They did a young Nathan Drake because they cast Tom Holland. What I mean by that is, it feels like they casted Tom Holland. I like the guy, by the way. I think he's a good actor. But I feel like they cast him just because, you know, he's Spider-Man. And then they're like, Tom Holland's not really old enough to be Nathan Drake necessarily. Oh, fuck it, we'll make him a young Nathan Drake. So, Sully, make him a young Sully. Chloe, make her a young Chloe. You know, and it's like, I feel like that was sort of, I don't know, I didn't like that too much. Tom Holland's good in this movie. He does his best. I don't necessarily buy him as Nathan Drake, though. Many people just right off the bat dismissed this casting. Right off the bat, we're like, nah, this ain't gonna be good. Tom Holland's not gonna work as Nathan Drake. I'm like, I'm gonna wait till I see the movie before I decide if he works or not. And I'd say, like, he works with the material he's given. He's, you know, he does a good job in this movie. Of course, he's a great actor. But I mean, I just don't buy him as Nathan Drake. Mark Wahlberg's in this movie as Sully, and funny enough, this movie's been in development for so long. Mark Wahlberg was originally supposed to play Nathan Drake. Now he's Sully, and that casting I really don't understand. I think he was literally just there because he was in the project originally in a different role. He looks nothing like Sully, doesn't sound anything like Sully, and he's not really much like Sully in this movie. I know, most of what I've been talking about so far is how well this holds up to the games, which you kind of have to, like, judge this movie sort of based on its own merits, but I mean, I don't know, it didn't feel like I was following Nathan Drake, you know. But I said I'm conflicted on it, though, and that's because while all that was sort of kind of bothered me a bit, I found this movie perfectly enjoyable. You know, it's a fine, fun action movie, very much like Indiana Jones, because Uncharted kind of takes inspiration from Tomb Raider, which takes inspiration from everyone's favorite Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones. So, yeah, obviously you get some of that, the correlation there. I was kind of hoping to hear more tracks from the Uncharted games. There is one track I recognized. Most of the tracks I heard seemed to be, like, new music, unless I blanked out. But the score is good, but another thing, it didn't feel like an Uncharted movie. I don't really know why. Maybe it has to do with the fact that Tom Holland is Nathan Drake, and I don't really buy him in this role, but it just didn't feel like it was Uncharted. I can't put my finger on. I know when I review something, I can't just be like, I can't explain, but I can't put my finger on why it didn't feel like an Uncharted movie. It just didn't. Another thing that bothered me was Nathan and Chloe were searching this sort of underground lair that apparently no one has visited in 500 years. There's a fucking pizza, there's a Papa John's right above it. Also, that was some blatant advertisement right there. I just want to mention that. But again, this movie's fine. It's a perfectly enjoyable, perfectly watchable film. It's just not something I'll probably be... I don't think it's something I'll be thinking about for too long. But it's fine. If you're a fan of the Uncharted games, I think you should watch this, because I really like Uncharted, but I'm not the biggest fan of them, of those games. Nothing gets them. They're just not high up for me, so maybe, like, I know a few people who are huge fans of Uncharted, so, like, maybe this will be great for them, or maybe it'll suck. Maybe they don't like how different it feels, but I found it perfectly enjoyable, but not something I'll be thinking about for too long. That's for sure. Anyways, in conclusion, I give Uncharted, I'll give it, as you can tell, I haven't thought about this shit. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it, I was thinking between a 6 or a 7, and then I was thinking between a 6.5 or a 7, but I'll give it a 7, because I do think this is good. Here's the thing, I went in with somewhat low expectations, and they were met. They were met. It was, based on the reviews I heard, I was not expecting it to actually be this good. So I guess in that sense, it did kind of exceed my expectations, but those weren't my expectations before I heard the reviews. My expectations were actually very low once I heard the reviews. So that's just what I think about Uncharted. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Do you like the movie? Do you not like the movie? Have you seen the movie? Have you not seen the movie? And if you haven't seen the movie, do you want to see the movie? Do you not want to see the movie? Anything about the movie, let me know down below. Anyways, be sure to comment, subscribe, or I will throw you off a plane. Bye, guys!